Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We begin in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. We're going to continue with where we left off last week in this session of Arabic language level 1. And if you remember last week we were practicing our reading in this book, Miftahul Arabiya, Gateway to Arabic. And I think we were on page 35, is that correct? Page 35, the top of it. Does anyone remember? Yeah, I think so. So we're going to continue from where we left off. So here we go. Let's get a book, get another copy of the book for Brother Ansari so you can follow. Just give 1 second. Okay, so here we go. Everyone's on page 35 at the top. Okay. So remember, we're going to see the letter. We have to identify the letter and then identify the vowel that's on it. It's either a fatha, a dhamma, or a kasra. And also, look out for the curveballs. What are the curveballs? The round letters, exactly. The round letters, if it has a fatha on it, it's pronounced as o instead of a. So what about the first one? Who wants to give it a shot? Top of page 35. Nahado. Very good. Nahado. And dor is a round letter, so that's why we said nahado. 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 And nahado means to get up, to stand up. The next word. What's the second letter? This first and last letter I think is correct. But what's the second letter there? It's a dha, right? So dha with a fatha, is that a round letter? Yeah. So what would it sound like? Good. Nadara. 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 Nadara means to look. Nadara. Nadara. Like he looked at something. Nadara. What about the next one? Hadama. 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 And hadama means to digest. To digest something. Hadama. Next. Qata'a. How many round letters do you see there? Qaf is a round letter. Qa. Ta is a round letter. But Ain is not a round letter. So qata'a. Qata'a. Qata'a, which means to cut something. Qata'a. To cut something. Okay, next. Raba. What's the last letter? Ta, right? So rabata. Rabata. How many round letters do you see there? The ra and the ta. Very good. Rabata. Rabata means to tie something. Rabata, like you tie shoelaces and so on. Next. Again. Dhahara. Very good. Dhahara. Dha is a round letter. Is ha a round letter? No. Dhahara. Dhahara, which means to appear. To appear. Let's turn the page to page 36 now. We're on page 36. Okay, here we go. So, what's that vowel? What vowel is on that ghain? That's a ghain, the second letter. Is it a fatha though? It looks like a dhamma, right? Right. So, ghain, dhamma gives you the sound ghu. Ghu. So it should be saghura. Saghura. Saghura, which means to be small, to be tiny. Saghura. Like the word saghir. Saghir, something that is small. Saghura. Are there any round letters in saghura? Sad. Ra. Is ghain a round letter? It's a round letter, but here the roundness is not It's not noticed, right? Because there's no fatha on that letter. So any letter that has a dhamma on it will give you the u sound. U. Saghura. Saghura. Next. Nabagha. 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 Nabagha means like to be, it says that he was distinguished. Right? He was distinguished. So to stand out from others, to excel, to do really good in something. Nabagha. Nabagha. Next. Fataha. Very good. Fataha. Fataha, to open something. Any round letters there? No round letters. Ha is not a round letter. Let's do the next one. Nafa. Nafakha. Nafakha. Any round letters there? Nope. Nafakha. Do you hear any letters being pronounced as ah? Nafakha. The kha. Kha is a round letter. Nafakha. Kha is a round letter. Okay. Next. Wa. Qaf fatah. Qa, right? Qaf for the fatah on it is qa. Waqa. Yeah. Waqafa. 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 Notice the way it's written in the beginning, the middle, and the end. Okay? Waqafa. See? Next. Lahiqa. Very good. Lahiqa. Any round letters there? Qaf. Just qaf. Lahiqa. Lam is not a round letter. And lahiqa means to catch up to someone. And waqafa means to stop. It also means to stand. Nafakha, which we forgot to explain the meaning, it means to blow into something, like to inflate. Nafakha. Fataha, to open. Page 37. Okay. Masaka. Masaka. Okay. Notice the scene, what happens to the scene when it's joined. What happens to the tail? Tail of the scene. It gets cut off, exactly. Masaka. Gets cut off. Masaka means to grab something. Next. Qalaba. Yeah. Qalaba. Qalaba. What happened to the lam? Yeah, and what happened to the qaf also? The tail, it lost the tail, right? Qalaba. Qalaba means to turn. Something that turns, right? Qalaba. It sounds like the word what? Which word do we know that sounds like qalaba? Qalb. The qalb is the heart, right? The heart, because the heart can change. You can have a change of heart very easily, right? Qalaba. Next. Bala'a. Very good. Bala'a. Right? Bala'a. Any round letters there? Bala'a. No round letters. No round letters. What happened to the ayn though? Look at the ayn. The tail stayed, right? So the tails stay at the end of the letters. But the way it was joined like, it makes like a little triangle on the top, right? A little, kind of like a triangle. It's rounded. Right. Okay, the lam, again the tail, gets cut off. The lam just goes and connects straight to the ayn. Bala'a means to swallow. To swallow. To swallow. Next. Mana'a. Mana'a. Mana'a means to prevent something. Mana'a. Mana'a. Alright. See the ayn again. What happened to the ayn? Mana'a. Mim, noon, ayn. Mana'a. Next. Hasuna. Very good. Hasuna. Hasuna. Okay. And notice what happened to the ha. The ha lost its tail at the beginning. Hasuna, right? Beginning of the word. Hasuna means to be good. Hasuna. Something is good or nice. Hasuna. Next. Nasiya. Nasiya. Very good. Nasiya. Nasiya means to forget. Nasiya. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to practice some more of these words, pronounce them, and for homework you're going to have to write them, join them. So like you see in page number 38, okay, we have the word raka'a, raka'a, which means to bow, raka'a, like when you pray and so on, to bow, raka'a. Look at how it's written when you join it. Ra, nothing joins to the ra, right? Right, to the left of it. And then the kaf and the ayn is joined. Raka'a, raka'a. So this is going to be for homework. For homework, you have to do page 38, 39, 38, 39. Let's see what else goes here. The page is like stuck. Yeah, 38 and 39, that's it. Just those 2 pages. They're going to be for homework. Okay, so we're going to have an exercise now where you're going to be required to write the letters or write the words that I'm calling out. So it's like a little bit of dictation. So when I give you the word, right, they're going to be 3 letters. Okay, I want you to write each letter isolated in its isolated form. So let's say, for instance, I give you the word fataha, fataha. The first letter you should know is fa. Write a fa there. Then ata. You write a ta and then a ha. And put the vowels on it. Fataha. Then I'll give you another 30 seconds to write it in joined form when it's joined. Okay? So everyone's ready? Okay, ready for the first word. Sakata. Sakata. First word is sakata. Sakata. So I think your 30 minutes is up, huh? Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds again. Okay. So let's see. What was the word? Sakata. Sakata. How many letters do you hear? 3 letters, right? What's the first letter? Yeah, but what letter is that? Can you write it? Let me see what you wrote down. Sakata. No. Sakata. Did you write it? Very close, but you made 2 mistakes. Was that a sin or a sword? Did I say sakata or sokata? Sakata. So the first letter was a sin, right? First letter was a sin. Sakata. Sakata. What's the second letter? Ka. Saka. Kaf, right? Sa, ka. And the third letter? Ta. Sakata. What letter is that? Ta. How many dots? Sakata. That's the word. Sakata. Okay, I'm going to give you another 30 seconds to write it. Ready? Go ahead. Sakata. Intaha al-waqt, time's finished. So what should it look like? I'll put it on the board and you tell me what you did. Sakata. Do you have that? Sakata. Sakata. Remember the scene, this little tail here drops. Right? With the kaf, this is what it looks like in the middle. It's like whatever was coming, then this line, that's a kaf. And the ta is just a regular ta. Sakata. So let's try another word now, okay? Let's go on, let's do one more word. Another word. Okay. Ready? The next word is kataba. 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 Two of the letters are being, the same letters. They're reoccurring. Kataba. Okay, time's up. Kataba. 30 seconds to write the three letters like you did there.
But to join it up also?
No, not to join it, just to write it. I'll give you another 30 seconds to write it, to join them. So, kataba, what letters do you hear? Is it a qaf or a kaf? Kaf, right? So the first letter is a kaf. Ka. Ta. What letter are you hearing? Ta. The letter ta, right? And the third letter is? Ba. Kataba. 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 Okay, you got 30 seconds to write it now. Go ahead. This is fun, right? It's okay if you get it wrong. You're here to make mistakes so you can learn. That's how you learn, right? By mistakes. Okay, so let's see what you got. Kataba. I'm going to write it on the board. Kataba. Kataba. You got it? MashaAllah. You got it? That's really good. That's really good. Everyone's got it. You got it, Ansari? Good. Kataba. You guys are getting good. Let me step it up a notch. That'll go easy on you guys. Okay, the next word is, step it up a little bit. Okay. Sami'a. 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 That third letter is a little, challenging. Sami'a. Yeah. Ah. Sami'a. Sami'a. سمع الله لمن حمده سمع 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 Okay, that's it. سمع. They're totally different letters now, so none of the letters are reoccurring. What do you have for me? Tell me, what's the first letter? Sod or sin? Sin, right? That's a sin. If it was a sod, it would have been like saw. Sin is sa. Samia. So a sin. What's the next one? Meme. Which vowels on the meme? Huh? Yeah, the kasra. 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 And what's the last letter? No, not a hamza. Sami'a. If it was a hamza, I would have just said sami'a. Sami'a. But I said sami'a. That hard. Yeah, that's an ayn. Is that what you said, an ayn, right? No, sami'a is ayn. Okay, so sami'a. Now you have 30 seconds to write it. Go ahead. Hmm? I think in like 2 weeks, next 2 sessions. Okay, let's see what you guys came up with. Samia, does it look like this? No? What did you mess up on? It looks close. What's the mistake? What mistake did you make?
I messed up on the third letter.
The ayn?
Yeah,
Yeah, the ayn is common.
I messed up because I was. The meme kind of wrong up.
Yeah, the meme, right? Look, the meme, you have to join it, yeah. A meme, right? You join it from the top. If it was a qaf or a kaf, you would have done like this. A qaf or a fa, you would have done it like this, right? And you put a dot or two dots. But if it's a meme, you join it from the top, right? Okay, that's the difference. Okay, Sami'a. Next letter. We'll do two more. Okay, next one is, ready? Hasuna. 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 Hasuna ulaika rafiqa. Hasuna. 5 seconds. Okay, let's see what you came up with. Hasuna. What's the first letter? Hasuna. Say it. Ha. Is it this ha or is it this ha? The first one is the first one. Okay. Hasuna. If it was the second one, I would have said hasuna. Hasuna, ha. But I said ha. Hasuna. So this is a ha. What's the second letter? Huh? Sawd or sin? Sin. Sin. With a dhamma on it, okay? Sin with a dhamma, su. Hasuna, na. Noon with a fatha, hasuna. Hasuna. Okay? You got 30 seconds to write it. Go ahead. Think you got it? Okay, we'll see. Okay, let's see. Hasuna, tell me if it looks like this. Ha, you drop the tail, right? So ha, sin, and then a noon. Hasuna. You got to complete the noon like that. Hasuna. Notice the noon goes further down the page, right? If it's in the beginning, you don't complete it. If it's in the beginning or the middle, you don't complete it. If a noon was in the middle, for instance, like the word bint, right? Let's say I give you a word ba, noon, ta. I said join it, right? The noon comes in the middle, it would be like this. Ba, noon, ta. Okay? So hasuna, that's how it would look on the board. Hasuna. Last one. Taraka. 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 Okay. Taraka. What's the first letter here? Ta, right? Everyone agrees it's a ta? It's not a ta, right? If it was a ta, what it would sound like? Ta. It would have been ta. But I said ta. Ta, ra. So the first letter is a ta. That's correct. What about the second letter? Ra. Which vowel? Ra. Ta, ra. Is it a fatha, dhamma, or kasra? And the last letter? Ka. Kaf, right? Taraka. 30 seconds to write it. Join it. Okay. Taraka should look like this. Now the ta, again, you're just gonna leave what we call a nabira. Ta and a ra. This is the ta right there. Ta, ra. Right? Maybe the ra should be more like this. And then the kaf. Taraka. You cannot join the ra and the kaf. But you can join the ta and the ra. Because ra is one of the letters you can join from this side, but not the other side. What other letters are like that? Zai, dal, dal. What else? Wow. What else? Alif also. Alif. You could join something from this side, but nothing on the other end. I think that's it. 6, how many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. This is a ra and zai, dal and dal. I just put the dot. But you can if you take the dot off, it's dal. Ra and lam. Yeah, so you can put the dal. Okay, so in this exercise, we're going to practice identifying the letters in the beginning, the middle, and the end. So we're going to see the letters. Some of them, they're going to be mixed up in a word. Some of them, it's going to be isolated. So we're on page 7 in the book called Al-Qa'idatu Nuraniya. Nuraniya Qa'ida. Right? So here we go we're on page number 7. Everyone's ready? Okay. So this is Alif. Very easy, right? Alif. Then what? A lam and then a alif. Lam, alif. Now there are many different ways of writing lam, alif. Many different ways. So that's one of it. The lam is written and then alif is written inside of the lam. The third one is lam, alif again. That's another lam, alif. Okay? But this way is written a little bit differently. Then what letters do you see? There are 2 letters. Ba, alif. Very good. Ba, alif. Next. Lam, alif. Very good. Then next. Lam. Lam, alif again. Yes. Then what? Now this is what? Lam, ha. This is lam, ha. In Arabic, a lot of times what they do, right? Instead of writing the lam like this and then the ha like that, right? They make, instead of this space right there, they just cut it short and just put the ha at the bottom of it. Okay? So this is what they did. They did the lam and then they made the ha right at the bottom.
How would you pronounce that?
Well, if you had a letter, this is not it's not a word. It's just 2 letters they join. It's not even a word. But here you just, if there was a pronunciation like vowels on it, you'd pronounce it. If this was fatha and this was kasra, lahi, laha. But here they just want you to identify the letters. So here we have lam ha. Next, lam alif again. Yep. Well, that middle letter cannot be an alif. Right. Ba lam ba. Next, kaf. Kaf again. Kaf ba. Well, that's a kaf again. Just a fancier way of writing it. The same kaf, they just wrote it almost slanted, It's like stretched out actually. Next, kaf alif. Kaf alif again. Ba kaf ta. Ta kaf tha, right? Ta kaf tha. Next, ba, ta, tha, noon. Ya, or we said there's another name for this also. Alif maqsura. Alif maqsura. So this can be a ya or an alif maqsura. It could be a ya with the two dots taken off, where you're going to find it written like that in scriptures and so on. It will have the ya, but it's a ya, but it has no dots on it. Or it can be an alif maqsura, like in the word Musa or Isa, appears in the end. But we'll call this right now a ya or an alif maqsura. Next, ba alif, good. Noon alif, ta alif, ya alif. Two dots at the bottom is ya alif. Tha alif, right? Tha alif. Next, ba sin. Next, yasin, that's a ya. Two dots at the bottom is ya, yasin. Next, nun sin. Next, tasin, good. Thasin. Tha jim. Ta ha. Next, noon kha. Remember, kha is a round letter, right? Noon kha. Next, okay, now yaha. Very good. You start from the top, right? Start from the top. Two dots at the bottom has to be a ya, and then that other letter, the one in blue, has no dots, so it's a ha. Then comes, well, you mixed up the order. Ba jim. Next, ya mim. Very good. Next, ba mim. Noon mim. Ta mim. Tha mim. Very good. Ba ya or ba alif maqsura, right? Ya, exactly. That's a ya and a ya, or it could be a ya and alif maqsura. Noon ya or noon alif maqsura. Noon ya or noon alif maqsura. Next. So remember, go back to the noon. Noon is just one dot on the top, right? Next. Ta ya, very good, or ta alif maqsura. Next. Tha ya or tha alif maqsura. Next. Noon ba lam, very good. Ta noon lam, very good. Ba ya lam, good. Ya ta lam. Next. Tha lam, very good. Noon ba noon. You can't say na because there's no vowel on it, right? Noon ba noon, just identifying the letters. Very good. Noon ba noon. I think it's wise if we try to finish up. Well, we'll leave the rest for the next lesson, inshallah. Leave the rest for the next lesson. So for the next week, I want you to practice page 8 in this book and the top of page 9. 8 and 9 in this book. That's for homework. Well, we'll give him a copy now. And also for homework, you have to practice the, which pages were it? 38 and 39, right? In the other book, the Miftahul Arabiya. Okay, so that's going to be your homework assignments. And continue to practice, your writing. Your writing is very important. And identify the round letters from the non-round letters when there's a fat on it. So we'll end here, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for those who really want to learn the Arabic language. هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. جزاك الله.